All right, so one thing I'm finding is that when students maybe do submit an assignment or the performance task, performance assessment through Blackboard, they're not recognizing that I have graded it and sent it back with feedback. And that's not anybody's fault. It's just that we didn't really get to practice doing this before we wound up staying home. And I thought maybe you guys knew from other classes. Sounds like not everybody necessarily knows where to find this information. That's fine. I want to show you how to find it now. So I'm in the student preview mode. If you click on grades, that link used to take you to student view when we were in our normal setting in school because we weren't submitting things through Blackboard. Now we are. So if you click on grades now, it will take you to the grades for things you have submitted or assignments we've had in Blackboard, which for us is only the assignments we've done since we've been home. Now, I only did a sample assignment or sample submission for that first performance assessment on surface area and volume. So that's the only one you see a grade for right now because that's the only one I submitted with that student preview mode on. So I did everything out of 1 point. Basically, if it was passing or you, for the first few assignments we did, if you did a good attempt, even though you may have missed a lot of questions, you gave it a good faith effort, I gave you 1 out of 1. For those first few assignments, like 1 through 5 and day 10, I only gave you a 0. I think if it was like, you maybe submitted like a blank document, like I couldn't see any answers typed in. So you should have 1 out of 1 for a lot of those. For surface area and volume performance assessment and histograms performance assessment, when you complete that, a 1 will mean that you met the criteria for passing. So 60% or higher on that grade. Less than 60, you would see 0 out of 1. But you can resubmit if you need to. So let me first show you how to get your feedback. You want to click on that title. And I didn't type in any answers, but I gave myself a grade and notes just so that you could see how to find this. So let's say there were 4 questions here. Say I got 3 out of 4 correct. I did take off some partial credit for some things. For some people, if you weren't showing your units or if they weren't written as squared or cubed, so it might be partial points along the way. But we'll say we got a 3 out of 4 on this. That equates to 75%, and I put equals P, meaning that would be a passing grade or a P in student view or parent view. Now, there's a few ways that I can provide feedback. Some I use this little ink feature. I have to write with the mouse on my computer. Even having the touchscreen computers for the teachers, this program does not allow you to use that. So it may be a little sloppy when I try to write notes. So I may put -1 or -1/4 if you were missing units over to the side here. Because it is hard to write on the screen, sometimes I typed in some feedback. So you see this little blue speech bubble? You click on that, and then so here I said, include your units in your answer. There's another one down here that says, great example, because it was create a real life example of when you use surface area. So if it was something a little bit like more extensive to try and write on the screen with my mouse, I may have typed it in, and you can see the feedback by clicking on those little speech bubbles. Also, this is some generic feedback over here. So it said, great job overall. Again, make sure to include your units with your answers in the future. So this person would not have to resubmit because they did receive a passing score, but I wanted you to see what I took points off for. Now, if you did not receive a passing score, so less than 60, you would have to resubmit. You would want to look at the notes that I left you. So if something was correct, like if I just had a check mark and it was correct, you don't want to change that answer when you resubmit. If it's a matter of leaving off the units, that's an easy fix. I might have left you a note like, I'm not sure what formula you used, or it looked like you used the formula for rectangular prism instead of a cylinder. So look at those notes to see the feedback. I'm trying to help you guys out so that if you do have to resubmit, you can see what it is you have to fix. Okay, so hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, again, you guys can continue to email me, but I wanted to make sure you knew how you could find that feedback that I'm providing to you, so that your life is a little bit easier if you have to resubmit. So again, if you're having to make changes, you can just pull up your Word document that you saved on your computer, keep the answers you've typed in that I said are correct, and just go back, change the ones I've said you need to fix, or edit them by whatever way you need to edit them, resave it, and re-upload it. So these are set for unlimited submissions, so you can continue to resubmit, making changes along the way that might be needed in order to reach that passing score. So hopefully this helped. Let me know if you have any more questions.